Right. The next portion of our show is finance, crimes, and pandemic. Now, last week, last-ditch negotiations at the US Congress to forge another stimulus package for the coronavirus-ravaged economy collapsed in a stalemate. And Democrats and Republicans remain at odds over everything from unemployment benefits to financial aid for schools to cash injections for state coffers. Now, the US unemployment rate stands at 10.2%, according to their statistics, and we'll take that with a pinch of salt, and is above any level during the 2008 financial crisis. Jobless benefits have now expired, as did the federal moratorium on evictions, which we covered in last week's show. Now, on Friday, the House of Representatives Speaker, which is a misnomer because she can't, Nancy Pelosi, held a meeting in her Capitol Hill office with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and the White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. And Pelosi said in a news conference, which probably took an hour to say one word, that she was willing to offer a compromise. She said, "We'll go down 1 trillion, you go up 1 trillion. She told reporters as she staked out her position, adding, "We have a moral responsibility to find common ground." Pelosi talking about morals and responsibility. Oh dear, I've heard it all now. We have a moral responsibility. Pelosi. Now, in May, her Democratic-controlled chamber passed a $3.5 trillion stimulus bill, but it was rejected by Donald Trump, who holds sway in the Senate. And as he entered Pelosi's office on Friday, Mr. Munchkin called her proposal a non-starter. Republicans prefer a package closer to a $1 trillion total and want any deal to include legal protections for employees against virus-related health claims from workers. Really? And they are also pushing to reduce the $600 a week unemployment benefits, which expired last month, and want far less aid to local governments than Democrats are seeking. Now, this is where I and all Americans should have a serious issue and ditch the ridiculous illusion games called party politics. Whilst the Democrats have more snakes in their rank than the Republicans, let us not forget the snakes out of the Republican Party, like the Bush family. But the issue is, how is it any funding package that is beneficial to the public is almost always strung out and collapses? And yet 1.2 billion can be sent to a British pharma company, AstraZeneca, with zero debate. Or the Fed can be bailed out with 454 billion, again without debate. Or the fact that most of the previous stimulus funds can go to Chinese companies without debate. Or the fact that they can send their $1 trillion a year to prop up a war machine called the US military that has zero benefits for we the people. Or the fact that they've just sent $38 billion over 10 years to Israel. But any funding for the people, oh no. Lengthy debates. abstentions, and let's kick it down the road. But these parasites only debate and argue over how much Americans should or should not get of their own money. And there's something seriously amiss with this picture, and also the people for actually allowing it. It shouldn't matter which party you follow. The government's money is your money, not theirs. And this is why I said right at the start of the show, let's start talking policies, shall we? Because the policies that harm the people have zero debate, but the policies that benefit the people are argued and kicked down the road. Every single American should be up in arms, regardless whether you like Trump, Biden, Pelosi, or anybody else. It's not the individuals and the personalities that's the problem. It's the lack of debate on the policies and the direction in which this country is going.